Bottom Coch. English language commentary is available on Sky Plus. Freeview or Virgin Media viewers, please press the red button. If you have a TiVo box or Sky Q box, please access settings and use the audio selection option. Any problems? Please contact our viewers hotline.
and Jordan Williams on the left-hand side, certainly be looking to bring players into the game. But one thing tonight, we've got Clark in midfield, and he loves getting forward, so Routledge plays a holder, and there's a danger man from the first leg, Ibrahim Sadiq, who was absolutely terrific, gave Chris Marriott an absolute terrible time in that first game last week, so we have to keep a really beady eye on him this evening.
And I think the left-back spot has been selected. Danny Davis plays left-back, pacey, very pacey Danny Davis, and it'll be one of the contests of the evening in the Champions League qualifier. Hovland at the back. The Wasps is the nickname of the Swedish champions in their yellow and black tops. Thibaut gets it across to Hovland. TNS just dropping in early. Brobble, the first man, straight away put under pressure. Oh, he's in, not the first minute, surely. Connor Roberts comes out and has to make a big save.
Yeah, I think the flag did go up there. There's certainly danger already down that left-hand side, and that's where the problems arose last week, was down the flanks, right and left. And, just seen Connor Roberts giving away a cheap throw in there.
Yeah, they definitely have to stay in, especially the first few minutes. At 3-1, it's not good, no good saying you have no chance. You always have a chance, and if they can just hold out for 15 to 20 minutes and maybe get a goal before half-time, we may have a special evening on our hands at Park Hall. But as expected, we do expect the Swedes to see more of the ball.
Certainly one thing was obvious to anybody who was watching that game last week is how easily the New Saints gave possession away, and that was just highlighted there. Normally play through midfield, they find it easy in the Welsh Premier League, but not at this level. And
again, it's so strange to see, having watched TNS 15 times champions. I think Sadiq will be a little bit disappointed there. He's lashed the ball against Chris Marriott. Marriott came over and doubled up. It's gone behind. I think he wanted the corner. It's an interesting one. You may get a look on the replay. It's Connor Roberts. Very important. It was the Connor Roberts show in the second half last week, Tom.
Yeah, certainly, but that's what goalkeepers are there for, Mark, is to make saves, and he certainly did. A few of them routine, but we just seen that from that earlier one. The play was a couple of yards offside there, but still, he'll give him a lot of confidence to make that save early in the game.
Pass gets it forward, just played through. The only thing about playing without a 9 in your setup, if they got two centre-halves who can really play out from the back, they will play out from the back. Remember going far back, the days of Hansen and Lawrence and Tom, maybe when we were youngsters watching, you can't get players the ball as easy as they do when they got that much ability.
Well, certainly, they've definitely got pace down both flanks, and it's better from New Saints, so getting some tackles in, which they didn't do last week, that's for certain. Did not compete in the middle of the park, especially in the first period. Can't give quality players loads of time.
Daniels will try and get outside the fullback. It's knocked inside again. Thibaut Ukena get it forward. Samuel Gustafsson gets it back across to Hovland. No pace in the game as yet. Just a game of chess, with the Swedish champions just being relaxed on the ball. It will be a game of chess, Tom, football chess, no doubt, in the first 20 minutes.
Well, I think territorially, the New Saints have definitely dropped into edge of the box, so they're going to defend deep and obviously try and keep this game tight for definitely the first 20 minutes, half an hour.
Yeah, and just for the viewers again on S4C to know, this is a team who played and finished above the likes of Gothenburg and Malmo, big European teams. And once again, they're flying in the top 2 in the Swedish league. Oh, free kick given away there. Leo Smith thought he had a chance then, and he had the pace to get away as well from that Swedish manager, Per Mathias Hogmo. Blustery evening in Oswestry. British summer is deserted as already, I think, Tom.
Yeah, just a bit into Europe, isn't it?
Again, they try to get it wide as quick as they can. A few passes through midfield with their wide men. Really, there's plenty of width, always wide. Hovland, who got the 3rd goal last week. Got to play. It just, atmosphere is everything in these games, Tom, sometimes. And we have to be brutally honest straight away. There's not a lot around the place at the moment.
No, unfortunately not. But looking at Craig Harrison, though, he'll be pleased with the first 5 minutes. Probably a little bit better than last week already.
Jordan Williams is closing that down. He's the type of player who will chase down anything. But with a footballing goalkeeper as well in, Abrahamson, they'll play their way out from the back, no problem at all. Lund bombs down the left-hand side. Gets it wide to Sana. Sana looks inside. Gustafsson. That's every TNS outfield player in their last third now. At present, the Champions League qualifier started like a practice match with the yellows on top from the first minute.
Yeah, they do move the ball around really well.
Pask had a superb game at full-back last week. They did really well. What we got to be, careful of is underselling their second half performance last week. Like you said, as well as Connor Roberts, they performed really well. To keep it 0-0 in the second half was fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. A big surprise for me was that they played, a back 3 last week, which they never do, and never really looked settled until they switched it to a back 4 and looked much, much better from then on.
Connor Roberts puts it long. Brobble makes the jump. Williams challenge for that against Lund. Lund gets it forward. Launched forward there by Ryan Astles. He'll be key this evening on set plays. I mean, when you're 2-0 ahead, Tom, and you're the manager of the Swedish champions, you're not too disappointed if the team you're playing against at home is dropping right off you. You could just pass your way through the evening. Yeah,
absolutely. There's not, like you mentioned earlier, there's no hostile atmosphere, is there, here this evening? So the away team, Häcken, have settled really well into this game, just moving the ball about.
These are the big European games this week. Connors Quay, Haverfordwest, Penabont, the 4 clubs still in the European tournaments. Hovland just jogs his way to the halfway line. The pass is always on. Brobble, I think, will make a few runs this evening like that. Danny Davis gets it down on his chest, passes it wide. Interesting to see Jordan Williams playing right and Josh Daniels playing left. Gustafsson plays a 1-2. Davis again gets a tackle in. Daniel trying to get forward, but again closed down so quickly.
They're competing a lot better though, Mark, in midfield.
Might get the offside flag up here. Clark will always get forward as much as he can. Smith, can he take the shot on? Smith held it up really well, Leo Smith. That's good play. Routledge wide. Daniels, 3 in the box waiting for the cross. Cross comes into the far post. Jordan Williams should get this. Williams heads it against the fullback. But that was more enterprising. Interesting, I think it was so close to the fullback.
Well, they've got VAR here this evening.
They have got VAR. I don't think he'll get it. Flag not going up. Shot off again. Side netting. The big man Astles asked for the offside.
Yeah, certainly didn't come this time. Again, Lund, he's a top quality player. Just seen him cut inside here, rifles it into the side netting.
Interesting point, Tom. When I was listening to you last week, they had VAR for the first time, and that would have been the first time TNS have played with a VAR. When you're first playing with it, are you half expecting a little help from it when you're the defender? You've got to be careful with that.
Well, I mean, we've had enough controversy in this country with VAR, so I think enough said, really. I mean, the decision went against them with that free kick. Hovland came in, flicked it near post, so it was a tight call. And talking to Craig Harrison before the game, and he said he thought he was definitely offside, but
Connor Roberts, Marriott and Astles just trying to play the TNS way. Clark with a great header down. Brobble gives Daniels half a chance here against the fullback. What have you got? Josh Daniels keeps it in play. He does keep it in play. Oh, we're right above that, and I'm injured. VAR, please. I think he's kept that in. Yeah, Daniels with his Wimbledon headband.
Yeah, took a bit of a knock last week, didn't he? On his head, from his own player. I think it was Astles he clashed into.
Hovland into Gustafsson, who regularly comes into the middle to start the moves. Gets it wide to Tobias Sana. 2 Swedish caps to his name. Just feel, and you've got to be careful when you're commentating on your own Welsh teams in Europe, not to jinx anybody. But I just feel they're just starting to get into this a bit, Tom.
You've got to remember, Mark, you know, they are top quality opposition. Häcken, you know, you don't win the Swedish double and have a poor side. And
you don't sell players to English Premier League clubs for £5 million, which they may be doing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sheffield United interested in their centre forward.
Yeah, Traore, 12 goals this season. So
the weather has come to Oswestry now, and it is starting to do what it usually does. The Welsh weather. June was a marvellous summer, Tom.
Not sure what's happened in July.
Well, I'm sure Craig Harrison would be happy. 11 minutes gone on the clock. They've settled down now. Sort of just edged their way into the game.
Jordan Williams there. Not too sure about that one, actually.
15 times champions of Wales, of course, TNS. Marvellous record. And they've played some big games over the years. Liverpool, they played in the Champions League. Jordan Williams gone down there.
Quick recovery.
Yeah, he's a big one. Jordan Williams, tough boy. Should be okay. Made a great run last week, Tom, to set up the Declan McManus goal. Brilliant run and great ball.
Yeah, really powerful. Play.
That's the difference this week. Sadiq gets the run at Danny Davis, but Danny Davis has the pace to stop him. That's a big move tonight from Craig Harrison, and I must say, totally agree with him.
Yeah, but he did that, to be fair to him, last Tuesday night. Pushed Marriott in at centre-back when they went to a back four. Danny Davis came to left-back and made some really good interceptions.
Yeah,
he just matched Sadiq.
He matched him. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Like you often say to me, Tom, if you're a winger and you're quicker than the fullback, makes life a lot easier.
Certainly does.
Connor Roberts.
To be fair, I think Sadiq's got a few tricks in his locker as well, though.
Well, as you know, Tom, Danny Davis, we've had him in the Wales C squad a few times, and you have to be lightning quick to beat him for pace. In the last week, by the way, TNS were 2 behind, so it's definitely a much better start. Cagier start, you would say, but pound for pound, only the one chance so far which Connor Roberts dealt with. And that was
offside,
late offside decision. Williams shows good strength. Clark. Brobble. That's what I'd like to see now. Get the ball down, TNS, and try and football your way through them. It's what you're good at. You're not going to beat them with aerial balls in there with the sizes of the likes of Hovland and Thibaut Uchenna at the back. Can they pass their way through them? Rygard just got on the ball for the first time. Tom, you said you thought he dictated matters last week.
Yeah, and the Gustafsson
in now. Ball across to the far post. Davis. Nobody behind him, but that just puts it behind off his chest for a corner.
Yeah, like I said, this time last week, a couple of goals down, and there could have been a couple more as well. So much better from TNS this evening already.
Yeah, something quickly we'll point out, Tom. I wonder if the viewers could pick this up. You always say to me, TNS's centre-back now there, 6'6", Astles, doesn't mark a player.
No, but Hovland is absolutely electric in the air. He's got 6 goals already this season.
Great challenge. Brobble wins the header. That's a rarity in a box. Well done, Brobble. It's just got to reform on that defence. Sana gets forward again. Clipped in. Pask just hooks it clear. Brobble has run a fair bit in the first 15 minutes, and he has a tough job tonight, Ryan Brobble. Usually plays wide with the ball played into his feet. Quality player. He's going to have to work as that false 9 this evening. Hovland.
I'll tell you another major difference this evening already for the new Saints is Routledge has come in. You see this come through. Is the difference? He is organising his players. He's telling them what to do, where to go, what's the runners, and that's something that definitely didn't happen last week out in Sweden, because the midfield players, they just flooded into the penalty area of TNS. But this evening already, I can see him, he's also marking the skipper, Levin Gustafsson, and keeping a beady eye on him.
Absolutely, playing the, what would you say, Claude Makelele role, the role that he invented at Chelsea, the holding midfielder.
Most people don't remember him.
Great player. Leo Smith again says to Daniels, can you get us anything up top? Puts the ball in, Daniels has to close him down, it's hooked away. Again, Davis gets it before the winger. Clark. Pask. This is the one time that you may struggle without the centre forward. Ball's coming into the box. But this time it goes straight there. Danny Davis all the way up with a header. Sadiq picks it up in his last third. It's a great ball across to Gustafsson. Sana plays it forward. Gustafsson's carried on with a run. Ooh, Marriott does well there, and it's just a miss hit by Gustafsson, because the volley was on if he caught it, you know.
Yeah, but tell you one thing, there's great cover in there actually by Marriott, the skipper. He spotted the danger really early there. It's just he does get a touch on it as well.
That's the chance.
So that is a difference. I mean, Chris Marriott now at left back against somebody of the quality Sadiq. Yes, he lacks a bit of pace, but to be fair to him, he reads the game so well.
His defensive know-how.
Yes, yeah. And that saved the day there.
Yeah, Marriott, 33 years of age. 43rd game, isn't it, for Marriott in Europe this evening, which is absolutely fantastic. Pass, free kick given against Jordan Williams. But as the game's developing, Tom, 20 minutes almost on the clock. Time goes by quick in these big games, and at the first minute I can remember us saying, Act 1 for TNS, get to the 20-minute mark at 0-0.
Mark, that's for me is a bit harsh with the referee there. You know, just a little nudge in the back. Probably the referee looked at it as if there was a goal-scoring opportunity coming along.
Hovland. Thibaut Uchenna able to drive into the last third there. Surely someone will take a shot on it. They're going to let him get that close to goal. Marriott heads away. Volley from Sadiq. He did it last week. He does it again. Unbelievable strike. Ibrahim Sadiq, the Ghanaian international, gets his second goal in 7 days against TNS and opens the scoring and makes it 4-1 on aggregate.
Yeah, it wasn't the best of defensive headers. Sadiq had positioned himself really well on the edge of the penalty area there. It's a good strike. Just seen it there. Now then. Yeah,
unsighted the goalkeeper, I think.
Yes, but good strike. Good technique. Takes a little bit of a deflection as well there. Just clips.
That's the one. Comes off Danny Davis, the back of Danny Davis's right leg. And that in the 20th minute is just what TNS didn't want, and exactly what BK Häcken wanted.
Yeah, I think New Saints players were asking the referee to have a look at the VAR there, and I think they did have a quick look at it, but no question of offside. That's that little deflection off Danny Davis. Just tucked the ball into the corner. Again, Sadiq hasn't really been in this game compared to what his contribution was last week, and his strike has made the difference.
Yeah, well, you did talk about qualities, Tom, and differences in qualities. The man had a chance last week with a volley, put it in the back of the net, and exactly the same this week. Half a chance, edge of the box, 20-yard volley, 4-1, and we don't want to say it, but tie very close to being over with a 3-goal lead. Well,
there was a mountain to climb to start the game, Mark, and that mountain's gone a lot higher. But see what the score is at half-time, I think. You know, just a shame, really. 20 minutes, you thought it looked reasonably comfortable, and that was their first shot on target, and it's found its way to the back of the net by the deflection.
You did say Marriott's header just dropped outside the area, and it was a great strike from Sadiq. There's been some marvellous comebacks in teams in Europe, but 4-1 behind against the Swedish champions would be the result of all time, as long as the Welsh clubs from the Cymru Premier have played in Europe. Let's just put a performance on. Let's get the ball down and play. Let's get a goal, get back in the game. Daniels chases down the left-hand side again.
Look very comfortable on the ball, the back four, very strong, got plenty of pace about them, each player. Looks comfortable, and they're up against the bit of pace that TNS offer on the flanks in Williams and Daniels.
I think so far, Hovland and Tebow, it's a practice night for the two centre-halves. They'll just collect the ball and pass it inside and out all evening. There they go again.
Well, you don't mind playing when they got a false nine, the guy drops off. It's quite easy, isn't it, for the two centre-backs.
Marriott gets it forward. Grobel holds it up well. Marriott wide to Daniels. Danny Davis so unlucky for that ball to catch him just on the back of the calf, but it moved it enough to go out of Connor Roberts' path. The rain has stopped. Sunshine at the moment, but it's not shining brightly on TNS. 1-0 behind after 22 minutes, 4-1 on aggregate. It wouldn't be the end of their European campaign, it would be the end of their Champions League campaign, of course, but there's always a second chance if you go into the Champions League. Or the champions, you drop into the conference. A team full of international cap players, Tom, from the likes of Ghana, Norway, Sweden, are just showing their quality at the moment, and you have to feel a little bit that the lads have to dig in for TNS.
Well, they certainly dug in last week, Mark. You find yourself a couple of goals down inside 15 minutes, so showed real resilience, to be fair to them.
Davis, so he goes inside. Can he get another shot off? Oh, it's a great save from Connor Roberts. He had to use both legs to save it. Unsighted again, but it's a marvellous save from Roberts. And Sadiq, yet again, the main danger for the Swedes.
Yeah, certainly showing his quality. When you expect him to go outside you, which he did last week with ease.
Gustafsson gets it across. Hovland, the centre-half, playing as high as a number 10 role now. Tebow. Hovland gets it wide. Hand up from Clark. Referee awards the offside. I tell you, Tom, there's a lot of Welsh Cymru Premier players have turned up over the years at Park Hall, played for the opposition against TNS and had this done to them. Managers, players have had nightmares at this ground. Just for a minute or two, the boot is on the other foot, and it's a tough ask.
Yeah, tell me about it, Mark. It's been some long afternoons on that touchline.
Full stand of TNS fans looking good there. Good show of support. The new stand, of course, being built on the sidelines, as well as a couple of hundred Häcken fans. Free kick awarded to Brobel.
Yeah, chance here for TNS to send the big centre half up, Astles.
When they won their league, Tom, last season, Häcken, first time they won the league, talking about clubs like FC Malmo finished 7th and Gothenburg finishing 8th. Now they regularly play in Italian clubs over the years, and the likes in Champions Leagues and British clubs. Just goes to show the quality they're up against. You simply, if you're a football man, you have to understand that. Davis, can he get a run in the opposition? Takes on Sadiq. Sadiq, brilliant defended. He gives the corner away. Absolutely. Well done, Danny Davis. And if anything, that was a mistake from the winger. He's got the last touch and he's gone behind. Can't do everything right, I suppose.
Yeah, I think he just switched off there. Just lack of concentration. Danny Davis gets easily knocked off the ball. But then he's sure he's trying to do this, Sadiq.
Marriott or Brobel to take the kick. Astles will be the main target. Paskin there also. Marriott. Good corner in. Edge of the box. Leo Smith, who has 6 European goals to his record. Brobel.
Tell you one thing, Mark. They don't have to work hard. They close the space down there so quickly. Stopped the New Saints getting that second ball into the box.
Absolutely. Brobel making a 50-50 there. It's not often you'll have to see him making that in the Cymru Premier. I think Samuel Gustafsson's gone down. Won his first Swedish cap last season. He's got 7 to his name now. Is that Brobel down as well in the 50-50?
Not known for his tackling capabilities. I'm sure Gustafsson looks as if he's going to be okay. Just a bit thirsty.
Just the first sort of break in play, Tom. Can we sum up a couple of the performances in Europe last week? And we'll start with that one, by the way, on the screen now. Haverfordwest versus Shukendia. 1-0 they were defeated. How do you fancy their chances Thursday evening online on S4C?
Well, you've got to have the confidence to go into that game and say, right, we're going to have a go. Because 1-0 down, anything can happen. They should, at least be looking to get a draw at that game, I think. And hopefully, we need some coefficiency points. So let's hope that, they can turn it around and win that game.
Yeah. Tony Pennock, of course, will lead his troops. So the West Walian Bluebirds will be playing at the Bluebird Stadium. So if there are any Bluebirds fans who follow Cardiff, wanted to follow the Cymru Premier Club on Thursday night, get down to the Cardiff City Stadium. Davis, Daniels, hasn't had much joy going round anybody yet. Again, Sadiq has tracked really well as the second fullback. He's done that a few times this evening.
Yeah, sorry, Matt. The thing is as well, nobody in the box for him. He cuts inside there, looks up, and there's nobody in the penalty area. So, he had no options there but try and keep the possession or have a go. Yeah,
but like you said as well, though, Tom, the standards they set when you're champions. Sadiq has scored a goal at the one end, almost scored again for the second goal, and in the last 2 minutes he's made a block tackle in his own area twice.
And giving the corner away.
Hard work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hovland just jogged his way through the game so far. And he goes to the right guard. Right guard gets it inside, track back. Good tracking, good tackle as well by Routledge. Routledge, by the way, just holding his groin off the ball there. And as you said, it's key for him to stay on there this evening. Gustafsson seems to have recovered from the 50-50 with Brobel.
I just like Häcken's style of football, Mark. And what they do, they flood the box as well with players. When they get that ball wide, players just bomb into that penalty area.
Yeah, they're comfortable to watch. Not so comfortable if you're a Welsh supporter or a TNS supporter like us this evening. But if you're a neutral, they're a wonderful football team to watch. As the rain absolutely starts tipping down at Park Hall. Take 1-0 after 45 minutes, Tom?
Yes.
Lund. Great ball across, headed away by Astles, only to find Tobias Sana.
A couple of Italian clubs looking at London, you can see why.
Yeah, great player, the left back, comfortable. Passing the way into the box again. Pask knocks you long, but there's comparisons in football, Tom, sometimes, and at present you would have to say it's a bit like, you know, the champions of, you know, the Premier League, Manchester City, and say you would have to say, you know, TNS at the moment finding it tough to stay with the champions, which a lot of teams in Britain obviously would against the champions of Britain. There's standards of football.
Yeah, certainly. You know, they'd give, I think, a lot of Premier League sides a really good game, these.
Davis knocks it down. Hooked away by Marriott. Brobel. Craig Harrison is working his socks off in the dugout. I've never heard him so loud, Tom, down below us. It's great defending. It's just gone out of play. Good defending. Daniel does his work. .32 minutes on the clock. Just the one goal. Just a strike from Ibrahim Sadiq.
Yeah, certainly. Right back there. Fredriksson. He loves rampaging down this right-hand side. Hasn't been as prompt this evening as he was last week.
The type of goal they scored last week, like you said, without McManus, who's always in and around the area when TNS broke. This evening, you could see Jordan Williams breaking, or Daniels the other side. But when you're playing a false nine, like we talked about quite a lot at the moment, there's nobody to hit once you're wide, and that's the only problem with that one.
Yeah. The thing is, Clark loves getting in the penalty area, but this evening it's a tough ask against such a good midfield.
Yeah, it's a holding job for the midfielders this evening, no doubt about that. Smith, Routledge, Roberts tries to pass his way out. It's a good ball from Roberts. Marriott goes long looking for Brobel. Brobel tries to guide a header. Just back.
Just quite haven't got he hasn't quite got that quality as McManus has. McManus is really adept at dropping into midfield, holding the ball up, bringing players into play, and this evening they really definitely missed his quality. Yeah,
special players, special roles. If you're a 9, you're a 9. You grew up looking after the ball. You grew up with your back to goal.
Yeah, and not just that, Mark. They also lost Danny Redmond again. He probably was their standout player for me last week.
Chance. Davis. Daniels does well in defence. Great touch from Brobel. It's more like this Smith with a bit of time on the ball. But positive. 1-0 at half-time would be a positive. 4-1 we know would be a mountain to climb, and some massive mountain. But if we can keep this at 1-0 half-time, Routledge, who I pointed out about 10 minutes ago, is holding his groin, has gone down off the ball, and this could definitely mean a change. As we spoke about earlier on, in 2 weeks' time, they will be in the Europa Conference League, so they don't want to lose the light.
Yeah, well, you need your experienced players in European football, Mark, and that'd be a big blow for them if Routledge goes off. But young Danny Williams, like last week, to be honest, he struggled a little bit for me in that environment.
Danny Williams is warming up on the sideline. If TNS do lose this evening, they face the loser of Slovan Bratislava or Swift Hesper from Luxembourg.
Sorry, what was that second team?
There is the rain. It saved me. Yeah, there's no doubt at all. I think that the midfielder will come off and be replaced by Danny Williams. A good experience for Williams again, though, just signed full-time from Swansea City. Just lacking a bit of experience on the bench. I'd like to see young Guion David get on this evening for 15 to 20 minutes, get half a chance. What a night that would be for that youngster.
Yeah, certainly from Carnarvon to playing in the Champions League is a big jump, but one substitution already gone by now, so Williams certainly would have learned from last week's experience against such a good midfield.
Like we said, keep talking about standards in football. This team, GNS, coasted to a Welsh Cup final victory 6-0 against Bala, and on that day they were our Manchester City. So you've just got to sum up standards sometimes. Millions of pounds difference.
Well, when you look at him, Mark, Traore, their top scorer, he's on his way to Sheffield United for a couple of million, they say. And I mentioned the left back earlier, Lund, between rated at about 1.5 million. So you've got some quality players, and how many players would go from the Welsh Prem for that kind of money? Yeah,
of course.
None.
Our record transfer in our league, £70,000. Declan McManus doesn't make the starting lineup tonight because of injury.
No, what I was trying to say, Mark, is how many players would go for that? None would that kind of money to any other league in the world. None. So that's the kind of quality you're up against.
There's a lot of negatives, but there's also a few positives. Still only the 1 goal behind. And I tell you what, you get a coefficient points for draws in Europe as well. So with the defend as well as this and get forward in the second half, who knows? Still 50 minutes left in the game.
I don't think I'm not writing them off, but I think their performance tonight is far, far better than it was out in Sweden. But obviously then you can turn around and say, well, they've 3-1 up, they've taken the foot off the accelerator. Yeah. But no, still got to go out and win the game.
There is Mike Harris, Mr. TNS. He'll keep smiling. He'll keep making the effort to get his team into a group stage, into a European competition. He's always said his club are destined to do it. They've been close. Yeah, with the performance so far, Tom, I think Craig Harrison may know that the result is beyond them, but the performance is important now in the second half. They just, like you said earlier on, just keep going.
Yeah, 100%. They've kept possession a lot better this evening than they did in the whole of the 90 minutes last week.
Ball in, far post, again. Great save again. Roberts, the offside flag went up. Chance for the centre forward then.
And again, these days we have to wait for the flag, and that's well offside.
Roberts makes a good save from Tripalevsky. Started last week, kept this place this evening. 20 years of age, centre forward. equaliser before half-time would be very welcome. Danny Davis floats one in. No, I don't think we'll count that as a shot on target. And off the ball, I think Gustafsson's gone down, holding the back of his hamstring.
Which one?
One of the twins.
Samuel or Simon?
Samuel or Simon.
Hopefully it's not wanting anybody to get injured, but Samuel, he's the better one for me.
Yeah, the number 11 with 7 Swedish caps at present. Simon Gustafsson has played for Feyenoord, won the league and cup with Feyenoord, and is also a Swedish international. Maybe showing the goal again here. Said it.
Just comes off his heel, isn't it? But again, you know, it was a bit of a wave. That wasn't the greatest of headers out there, and that without the deflection mark, he'd have saved that.
Yeah, most probably would have may have gone into traffic, Tom. So I would defend Marriott a little bit. Look, he's headed it up in the air and out of the box, and it should have been blocked, but the deflection's gone against him.
Okay, if you're really being critical, you shouldn't be heading it out. You should be heading it out behind him, not out to the edge of the box, because you know that's the danger, isn't it? The midfield player would pick it up from there, and they did. The winger tucked in.
As proved, Sadiq put it in the back of the net, and there goes Samuel Gustafsson. Hamstring at this stage of the season, you just do not want a hamstring at this stage of the season.
And it's a vital time of the season for them as well, Mark. You know, they're second in the league.
Yes, halfway through their league season as well.
You know, every lot of teams have written them off, saying Malmo are going to walk away with it, but Malmo are third at the moment. Dixie armband off Gustafsson.
Pontus Dabo will be coming on, the substitute. Brawl says, are we ready? Referee says we are ready as the substitution is made. 41 minutes on the clock in the Champions League qualifier. BK Häcken from Sweden comfortably 1-0 ahead at present. 4-1 on aggregate against TNS, Cymru Premier champions. Hovland, Thibault again, just jog forward and pick his pass. Daniel Clark has pushed a little bit more forward. Team talk, Tom. Craig Harrison's team talk at half-time, just keep it going, keep doing as we're doing, and just keep it respectable.
Yeah, Mark, if they were losing 1-0 at home in the Welsh Premier League, you'd say, like, let's keep it going, because that's what they've got to do. Got to show big heart, good work ethic in the second half, and for the remaining few minutes of this half, you've got to play for pride. You don't want to be beaten 3 or 4-0 at home, do you?
Yeah, I absolutely agree, but just being with that little bit of patriotism, maybe the Welshness, let's try and get a 1-1 out of this. That would be like winning the game, wouldn't it? If we were to draw against the Swedish champions at home, 1-1. So let's set them a target for the second half. It's good. It's a tough target, as we know. It's a mountain decline, but it's not often they don't get a goal. Smith does well. Leo Smith does well to earn his team the throw in.
Yeah, goal just for half time would be really ideal now, wouldn't it?
Danny Davis pushes up from left back to take the throw. Davis. Grovel. Davis rattles it across into Daniels, just a little bit too tough for him. Gets there first though. Good interception from Thibault. Astles.
First time in the game, Matt, that Häcken have just everybody behind the ball.
Pass takes a run. Can he get it in? Anybody in the box waiting? Corner, hopefully. Goal kick given by the referee's assistant. Pass says surely not, but he's pointed for the 6-yard spot.
See, Craig Harrison telling the players stay up, try and press high.
Yeah, just trying to keep him in the last minute or two. Obviously, the injury will add a minute or two to the first period. Still playing that tight back four. Davis will be disappointed. The way he's defended all night against the excellent winger Sadiq, and yet he's coming off at half-time, and his marker has got a goal. 5 added minutes surprises me. I didn't realise he was down for that long.
Yeah, certainly most referees seem not to play that many minutes.
I don't think Craig Harrison would be too happy with that. Clark again nutmegged by the centre back. It was the captain in fact who went off. It was Simon Gustafsson. Rain has reappeared at Park Hall. Josh Daniels has been busy, as most TNS players have, but most of their game in the first period has been without the ball. Williams, Brobble, can he send Williams forward? Clark, Smith, Danny Williams wanting a piece of the action then.
Yeah, just the midfield players in TNS, they've never had an opportunity this evening to play a ball forward, have they? It's always been square or backwards, such as the opposition they're up against.
Yeah, it is closing them down every time. Conor Roberts will take a touch and have to go long, most probably. Just passes his way out to Marriott. Marriott
certainly missed Danny Redmond this evening, because to be fair to Redmond, he's a top quality.
Yeah, he gets on the ball all the time. All the time. Pask has seen a little bit of space down that side now. Great ball in. Cut out well by Hovland. Williams will try and put the fullback under pressure. Good interception. Williams drives into the box. Williams. Chance. Gets a shot off. Ben Clark scoops his shot wide, left-footed. But that's more like it from TNS pressing the opposition in their own box and almost creating a shooting chance for Ben Clark.
Yeah, just going to adjust his feet there, could he, Ben Clark? He's very adept at getting himself into the penalty area, just on the edge there.
Lund, a very talented left back, goes down. 4 assists, 25 games last year, 1.5 million. He's a Danish international. Sort of talented players on show this evening. There's Ben Clark's chance there. Just couldn't get his balance right. Just takes a
Williams just catches
flash at it.
Lund there. Didn't really fall for him on his right foot really there.
Yeah, so they went down behind 20 minutes into the game. I think it's the 19th minute one that he scored that goal. Sadiq. They get the 1-0. For the next 25 minutes they've competed well. I don't think Conor Roberts has been as busy as last week, Tom.
The 2 saves that Conor Roberts has made this evening have both been offside, so you can discount those.
Yeah.
And other than that, they haven't had a chance on target.
Great tackle. Referee may pull him back. Might be interested in the yellow here. He's running over aggressively. He's rather aggressively. Wait there, how many referees have we got here? Who's making the decisions?
I think Danny Davis ploughed into one of their players as well there.
Sadiq is asking the referee for a bit of assistance there. Sadiq gets the yellow, in fact. May be lucky to pick it up on the replay. Chris Marriott asking Dario Bell what's happened.
I think the referee's having a word in his ear.
49th minute at Park Hall. TNS 0, BJ Häcken. Swedish champions 1. 4-1 on aggregate. They're looking at VAR, I think, Tom. Here is the replay.
To be honest, he went for the ball there. That's the one they're talking about.
He kicks him off the ball. He's lucky not to get a red there. Okay, it's the foul by Danny Davis, yeah. But the reaction from the winger on Davis might be interesting, you know.
Oh,
might be interesting. That's what Harrison's come on the field for, I think.
Now, it would be interesting for me if that was the other way around and a small club, inverted commas, like the New Saints, and would that have been changed to a red?
He's produced the yellow already, so he obviously seen the incident before. We've seen it on the replay. But yet again, I'm sure Dylan Ebenezer and Emlyn Lewis might be talking about that one at half-time.
Davis gets a yellow.
Danny Davis also gets a yellow. Might make the game a bit more lively in the second period, Tom.
Well, to all intents and purposes, Mark, Häcken really comfy. They're through to the next round, aren't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah, and they may be giving players games in the second period, but the first 45 minutes at Park Hall is over. Häcken with an opener from Ibrahim Sadiq gives his team a 4-1 lead in this over the 2 legs. A manager should be walking off with a bit more of a smile on his face. But we look forward to seeing you in the second period at Park Hall. Don't go away. Look forward to seeing you in the second 45 minutes.
Croes yn lot ni cyngor y pencampwyr yn gystadleuaeth am y pencampwyr Cymru ar ei holi yn erbyn pencampwyr Sweden. 2-1 ar ôl y cymal cyntaf. Ddi wastad yn mynd i fod yn her a hanner i'r Seintiau Newydd, ond maen nhw ar ei hôl hi ar yr hanner. Gol i ddim, Sadiq yn taro eto. Maen nhw'n dathlu, maen nhw'n gwybod bod nhw drwodd. Mae angen gwirth. A di'r rheini ddim yn digwydd mor aml a hynny. Seintiau Newydd dim. Häcken 1. Mae Häcken yn swnio fel rhyw ebychiad rheg hyd yn oed. Ond sneb yn rhegi. Mae pawb yn mwynhau'r pêl-droed. Fan hyn, Emlyn Lewis yn cadw cwmni i fi. Nisio ni weld nhw o bell ar y teledu wythnos diwethaf. Ni'n gweld nhw yn y cnawd heno, Häcken. Be wneud i ohonyn nhw, Emlyn?
Mae dda, dyn. Na, ffordd ma'n symud y bel a chwarae teg yn arbennig o dda o un asgell i'r llall. Ti'n gweld y goliau wythnos diwethaf a'r gol wythnos yma hefyd. So, na, chwarae teg, maen nhw'n symud y bel yn dda, maen nhw'n rheoli'r tempo. Mae'r tri yn ganol y ca, y ddau Gustafsson y Raigad yn edrych ar ôl y bel yn môr dda. A jyst y rheoli bob beth maen nhw'n neud, a maen nhw'n achosi môr gymaint o broblemau i Seintiau.
Gawn ni weld rhai o'r cyfleoedd nawr ar hybydd cynnar fel wythnos diwethaf i'r Seintiau Newydd. Be sy'n mor beryglus amdanyn nhw?
Jyst maen nhw'n gwthio cefnwr dde, cefnwr chwith, lan môr uchel, lle Jordan Davies a John Williams, a Josh Daniels nôl môr ddwfn yn achosi broblemau fwy o le wedyn i'r chwaraewyr yn ganol y cae. A fel nath o sôn yn gynharach, mae angen edrych ar ôl bylchau yn y cefn, a dyna achosi broblemau rwy'n credu ar ôl munud. Ond mae Conor Roberts neu dda iawn yn y gol yn erbyn cwbl o goliau o chwarae teg, ond jyst ffordd ma'n symud y bel, mae mor gyflym a Sadiq hefyd yn achosi llawer o broblemau. Ie,
gewn ni olwg fanylach arno fe yn y man, o'n i sôn cyn y gym, bwysig fod yn dyn, fe mor anodd yw i wneud hynny, ond gallai fod yn gol o fewn munud, jyst i... Allwch chi baratoi gymryd cheisiau pan mae rhywun o'r safon a'n dod atoch chi, mae rhaid bod hi'n anodd.
Mae'n anodd, ond bod nhw wedi 20 cyntaf nath nhw'n wneud yn reit. Ni'n sôn am y llech y lan na oedd angen wneud yn bob 10 munud, bob quarter awr. A nath nhw'n wneud yn iawn, a hefyd nath nhw creu hanner problemau.
Fwy'n wythnos diwetha?
Ie, fwy'n wythnos diwetha yn y hanner cyntaf, anyway. So oedd hynny'n peth positif.
Fel ni'n cyrraedd, ni'n gyrraedd y gol, achos fel ni'n cyrraedd yr 20 munud, neu bron cyrraedd yr 20 munud, dyna hi. Bach yn anlwcus fan hyn?
Bach yn anlwcus, jyst pened anodd Maret yn stretchio fyna, a wedyn, teg allan Sadiq a foli. Rhywun peth debyg iawn i wythnos diwetha, ond gall Maret penio fe teg at ochr chwith neu tu ôl efo, allan o'r danger zone yn y sôn, ond bwrw Sadiq a'n anffodus. Danny Davies trial cael lawr y shot yn anffodus bwrw fe mewn i'r cornel.
Ni'n mynd esgusodion, achos mae'n amlwg bod nhw'n dîm gwell. Ond, eto, mae Seintiau'n edrych yn anlwcus, mae'r gwyriad bach na bendant yn effeithio pethau o ran Conor Roberts. Pwy o wyr, mae pethau, sdim lot i mynd o'i plaid nhw'n erbyn Häcken.
Sdim lot i mynd o'i blaid nhw, ond faint o gobaith a faint o maen nhw wedi ymosod ar gol y Seintiau sydd yn beth bwysig hefyd. Mae Häcken edrych ar ôl bel mor dda a mor hir, a mae lot o redeg mae angen Seintiau i wneud hefyd, so mae hynny'n anodd. So dydy ti'n creu dy look dy hun mewn ffordd, fel mae Seintiau wneud yn y cyngrair, ond mae Häcken wneud hynny iddyn nhw heddiw.
A chi'n gwybod, mae yna lefelau eraill na, ta sy'n angen mynd i fyny. Dewch chi ni wylio Sadiq pam lai, mae fe wedi dal yn sylw ni 2 ar 20 oed, mae fe'n dipyn o chwarae o'r Emlyn.
Ie, chwarae teg. Dwi'n credu mae Danny Davies wedi edrych ar ôl yn y reit chwarae teg. Ond ie, mae fe'n gyflym, mae'n llawn driciau, ond hefyd hyder. Hyder i mentro, i sgiliau gwahanol, fel yna. Mae nawr maen nhw'n 4-1 i lan yn y gêm nawr, so mae da fe fwy o licence mewn ffordd i wneud beth bynnag mae eisiau. Ond mae'n siŵr bydd y fforddwr Häcken yn felly tynnu fo off yn meddwl am y gêm nesaf dros y penwythnos a'r gêm nesaf yn yr gêm ai Ewrop.
Ie, achos maen nhw'n chwarae yn y gyngrair hefyd yng nghanol hyn. Chwaraeo nhw dros y penwythnos digwydd bod ennill o beder i ddwy, a gen i ôl cyfle i'r Seintiau. Maen nhw'n bethau prin, ond maen nhw'n bodoli, felly maen nhw'n man i ni weld nhw. A fel chi'n gweud, maen nhw wedi dangos fflachiadau mwy o bosib na wythnos diwetha, bod nhw wedi sgorio wythnos diwetha. Mae'n beth rhyfedd i weid. Yn o leia maen nhw'n cadw i fynd.
Fel tîm, maen nhw lan yn uwch, maen nhw'n fwy positif. Maen nhw'n chael fel ni weld y seithau gan Clark fan hyn. Ond y problem maen nhw'n ffeindio, wythnos diwetha o ddau efo nhw lan top, a nawr dim ond brobl sydd heddiw. Felly, mae'n bwysig bod y tîm cyfan yn mynd lan efo'r grŵp achos mae bobl yn gallu bod yn braidd unig am yna. A beth sy'n bwysig yn y ffilm bach yna, pryd mae Häcken yn treol cael gwared o'r bel, mae'r Seintiau'n ennill y bel yn gyflym yn ôl a wedyn yn creu problemau. Seintiau heb wneud hynny digon aml, ond wedyn mae'n rhwydd iddo ni gweud hynny ar yr ochr. Mae'n anodd i wneud hynny.
Ie, a ni'n mynd trwy ni. Mae'n dweud y cyfan, mae'n gyd sy'n ei ddangos yn y Seintiau yw y digwyddiad yna. Be allwn ni ddisgwyl yn yr ail hanner? Dyddol clywed Owain yn sôn, falle bydd Craig Harrison just yn hapus i eistedd ôl a cadw'r sgôr lawr. Mor syml o hynny. Mae'n rhaid i fod yn onest am hynny.
Mae'n cadw'r strwythur wrth gwrs a parchu Häcken fel tîm a fel clwb. Ond hefyd, fi'n siŵr bydd llygad efo Harrison a'r staff a'r tîm am wythnosau i ddod yn y Gyngres Ewrop. So mae hynny'n bwysig hefyd i fel sut maen nhw'n mynd i chwarae yn erbyn pwy bynnag maen nhw'n chwarae yn y Cyngres Ewrop. So mae gêm arall efo nhw yn Ewrop. A dyn nhw'n mynd i eistedd mewn yn erbyn nhw. Neu a dwi'n mynd braidd yn uwch a diwedd y hanner fel yna o ti'n sôn am Harrison i gwrth o Danny Davies yn mynd fyny a nhw'n un erbyn un. Fi'n credu yn y kick goal diwethaf yn yna. So, a wneud Harrison newid hynny i baratoi. Dim necessarily am y gêm, ond fwy am paratoi am wythnosau nesaf i ddod yn Ewrop.
Ie, achos mae yna fwy i ddod o ran y Seintiau. Gen i weld beth sydd i ddod yn yr ail hanner. Pob math o dywydd fan hyn. Croeso! Ond ni'n mynd i wedi Gymru, ond croeso i groesoswaith i gefnogwyr Häcken. Byddwn ni'n ôl ar gyfer yr ail hanner. Croeso nôl, mae'r tymor newydd i dechrau. Drychwch ar beth sydd i ddod. Oriau man bore iau. Chelsea yn cwrdd ar Wrexham. Uchafbwyntiau nos iau ar S4C hefyd. Maen nhw'n cwrdd yn America. Dwi'n mwyn siŵr pwy yw'r atyniad mwyaf yn y gêm yna dyddiau yma. Mae hynny'n dweud y cyfan am y hyn sy'n digwydd ar y cae ras. A hefyd, cyn honna, yn gynharach nos iau. Mae'n ddrwg da fi'n hwyrach nos iau telefyn. Dwi wedi drysu dy fan y glwch ni. Hwlffordd Gatrin efo'n Sgendia o Ogledd Macedonia. Hyn yng Nghyngres Ewropa. Beth allai ddweud yn bendant o ran Cyngres Ewropa yw, os yw'r seintiau newydd yn colli, byddan nhw'n mynd mewn i'r gystadleuaeth yna wrth i ni weld Craig Harrison ar glaw wedi disgyn. Gan ni weld pwy fydd gwrthwynebwyr nesa y seintiau Cyngres Ewropa nos fori. Mae'n dibynnu ar gynnyniad gêm arall. Wrth i ni weld Craig Harrison felly'n cymryd i le nôl â ni at ein tîm sylwebu. A Nick Parry fydd yn paratoi ar gyfer Chelsea ar Wrexham cyn fy hir.
Welcome back to Park Hall in Oswestry, where TNS are 1 goal behind in the second leg against BK Häcken, the Swedish champions. 4-1 on aggregate over the 2 legs so far. It's going to be a mountainous second half for TNS. Let's just hope they can get the ball down, show some quality and get some sort of result. A draw, a goal. We're hoping for anything, Tom, in the next 45 minutes.
Yeah, we're hoping for a bright performance from the home side. It's obviously been a difficult tie for them this evening, as it was up in Sweden, but you live in hope they can get something from this game, just trailing by a goal to 0 at half-time.
Yeah, in fear of repeating ourselves once again, TNS are playing against a team who finished above the likes of FC Malmo and IF Gothenburg and have players within their ranks. One being sold tomorrow, we believe, to a Premiership club for 5 million. Another left-back who could be on the transfer market for 1.5 million. Plenty of money involved. A giant of a team. The TNS on the evening so far not performing that badly at all. 1-0 behind. And it's not often, I'll repeat myself, they play at Park Hall and don't trouble a goalkeeper. Let's hope they do now.
Yeah, absolutely. In the second period, just seeing Jordan Williams there.
Yeah, with Jordan Williams, the likes of Jordan Williams will keep going all evening. He'd be eager to get a European goal. Abrahamson gets it wide. Run out of play there by the right back.
Yeah, certainly a good high press there from the new Saints. Force the ball out of play. Got to show that kind of energy for the rest of the game.
Weather is unrelenting at the moment. The rain is absolutely pouring down. Danny Davis gets forward again. Opts to come back on his right-sided. His right foot this time. Tried the one with his left foot in the first half. It went a bit skew behind the goals. Leo Smith tries to thread one through to Daniels. Brobble says, just play it into my feet. He asks him again.
Yeah, Brobble made a good run as well there.
May have been a man over again there. You might get a replay.
Yeah, but Daniels was on his heels there. You've got to be on the move. That's what you're looking, a disguised pass there. That's what you're looking for your midfield players.
Peter Abrahamson in goals. 16 games, conceded 18 this season. Played the 27 games last season when they were champions for the first time in their history. Launches it long for the first time this evening. Marriott welcomes that.
Certainly just tried to stop Häcken playing out the back early in these early minutes of the second period, Mark.
Yeah, it's a great sign, Tom, because as you know, and as viewers will know, the first period they backed off straight away, went 10 men behind the ball into their own half. Just looks like they're going to press a little bit more and try and make a contest of it. Hovland, who's just coasted the game so far. Davis cuts out the ball through to Sadiq.
Yeah, it's a little bit sloppy there from Häcken.
Harrison, I know it's an early question, Tom, but Clark, well played, Ben Clark, drives forward, Clark, can he get the shot off Clark? Passes it, over the Pask. Oh, big chance for Pask. What a chance for the right back. Galloped forward, his first touch was good, had to hit the target from there. What a chance for the fullback, Tom.
Yeah, great opportunity, but brilliant build-up play by the home side. Ben Clark, surging run, gets his head up, sees Pask on his outside there, and he just hits right across the ball there. Went for power, really. I think sometimes there, Ben Clark maybe... Oops.
Second chance almost. Played into the forward again. Probble. Penalty has to be. Referee says no. No arguments from the winger, to be fair. Looked a smart decision in the end then by the referee, but maybe VAR. Great start of the second period from the New Saints. Davis, will he drive in and get a shot, or will he pull it back? Pulls it back. Great save from the goalkeeper. Must have been some sort of team talk from Craig Harrison.
Yeah, Peyton must go off the wall there. Oh, what a chance that was for Ben Clark, though. Keeper was lost the concentration there. Daniel's looking for a penalty at the edge of the box, and Davis hits it near post. Good save by the keeper.
Fine start from TNS the first 5 minutes of the second period. Probble whips it into the near post. Headed away. Davis is almost playing like a left winger since the half-time whistle. Probble hooks it in. Just may be short on the break if they can break. But it's definitely a different approach, Tom. Harrison, has he gone in and say, hey lads, let's throw caution to the wind. Let's try and make a game of it in the second period.
Yeah, let's give it a go.
Roberts. That, by the way, Tom, as chances go to Pask, that's about as good as they get.
Well, Pask and Clark, let's be honest, we didn't quite see that build up to that because the keeper, we've just seen the replay, but that was a gilt-edged opportunity for him as well. He shot straight at the keeper.
Smith. Looks like Connor Roberts fancies a bit of the second half action as he knocks it long. Williams. Good intervention from Dan Williams. Yeah, he's done well since coming on and replacing the midfielder. Smith. Yeah, great to see a couple of tackles being won. Clark just tries a back heel. Definitely a different game.
Yeah, certainly that's one thing out in Sweden, Mark. They never got any tackles in the midfield. Tonight, they'd be a lot more competitive in that area.
As we say, 4-1 behind, but still pride to be played for. Coefficient points to be played for as well. Great ball. He could be in behind. Marriott cuts it out well. Astles.
Well, we had a chat there at half-time, Mark, and we thought it might be a bit of a boring second half, but certainly this game's been wide open.
Well, the first 7 minutes of the second period, Sadiq gets forward now this time. Sana comes inside. Gustafsson links it through. Williams. Good work from Williams, just can't get it away. Hovland knocks it back inside. Definitely come out with a purpose. The Welsh champions. Penalty shout. Just goes to ground a little bit too early. Caught his own feet, I think. Roberts looks for Davis out on the left-hand side. The header completed by Fredriksson, the Icelandic right back with 7 caps to his name. Davis. Astles. So, could this be the case of 2 different managerial talks and tactics, Tom? Could it be the Häcken manager saying, we're 4-1 ahead, just go, not through the motions, but don't batter yourself because we've got big games coming up? And as Harrison gone completely the opposite way and said, hey lads, we're playing in a game where we most probably haven't got a realistic chance. Go and give us a bit of pride and have a go.
Yeah, I think you're probably correct there. I think
Williams.
Big question for me though is, you know, Häcken's players, you know, their attitude. I think coming in at half time, you know, it's a miserable evening. Oh, we won this game.
Yeah.
You know, and then just don't really perform in the second half.
Marriott looks to switch the play. In fact, Brobble comes off his marker. Daniels tried to take on the fullback all evening. Cuts it inside. Brobble on the edge of the box. Looks to get a shot off usually. Williams. Some smart passes here from TNS. Williams will try to take the man on. Williams stands across up to the goalkeeper. Just into the goalkeeper's hands. Jordan Williams.
That's a poor delivery, Mark. There's 4 players in the box there. They haven't had that many times this evening. It's got to be whipping that across the 6-yard box.
Javleski, the centre half, gets it back to Sani, who cut inside now since the substitute Dambo has come on the pitch. There will be periods where they will dominate the ball yet again. Lund. Pask gets it forward. Brobble has won a few 50-50s this evening. Seen Brobble in the last 10 years. I don't think I've seen him win 2 50-50s in a season. Such a talented player. Usually doesn't have to get involved in that sort of thing, but hey, well done. Marriott. Williams doing a good job in midfield, Tom. He's getting on the ball a lot, holding a good spine there as well.
Yeah, certainly had a disappointing game, I thought, last week, but he's come on a substitute this evening and settled into the game really well.
Daniels again just holds it up, goes back to Danny Davis. Davis to Marriott. Astles picks a pass. Be looking out wide for Pask. Oh, almost. Great ball in from Pask. A little bit more pace on it. It was Brobble who arrived as the centre forward this time and got the header just before the defender.
Yeah,
more like it.
Great delivery. Great movement as well from Ryan Brobble there. Gets across his defender. That's what you're looking for at the near post there.
It's a great effort, Tom, and looking back, he might be a little bit disappointed he didn't guide that on target, you know.
Yeah.
The pace was on the ball from Pask. Underrated the cross.
Yeah. You know, done well there, Hovland. He's a monster there, Hovland, and you got across him there.
Marriott and Astles. Looking to get Danny Davis in behind. The header was important. Brobble seeing a lot of the ball in the centre forward position now. Daniels. Chance. Ooh, tries to guide one round the corner. Didn't take the full back on again. Just got the shot off.
Yeah, the shot there. Not sure what he's looking for there. It's neither a shot nor a cross, really, is it?
But you can just tell around us, Tom, a little bit, the atmosphere in the crowd. It was, you have to be brutally honest, it was quite flat in the first period without 1-0 advantage, but boy, aren't they having a go. Ooh. Chance of going over then. He was pushed in the back then, Daniels, just around the edge of the area.
Yeah, so that final ball there, just on the edge of the box though, a bit more vision.
Marriott.
It's a bit of a role reversal in this
Absolutely.
Second period, Mark.
Absolutely, especially with the two centre-backs being comfortable on the ball. Pass gets forward, gets his team a corner. No, Sadiq does the defending and goes out for a throw to BK Häcken. Looks like Thomas Toland maybe coming on, number 21 for Häcken. Bound to, I think, brandish a few substitutions in the second period. Their manager, Matthias Hogmo. Marriott. Astles. The rain lashing down. Marriott. Every time the ball goes backwards, Harrison is saying play high. Davis. Right back's done really well tonight. Danny Davis. Danny Gallipo. Daniels gets the ball again. He's had it about 5 times in the second period.
That's a terrible cross.
They're getting in good advantageous positions, Tom. That's a great position again. Like you said, he's in the far wing there, and he's disappointed with that, Josh Daniels. It's a great ball through from Davis. Just pick somebody out.
He's obviously disappointed, you know, with his cross there, but you don't get in behind that often against this quality team.
Yeah, I'm sure the substitutes will be made. Daniels, great tracking back. Clark, it's good experiences, especially for the younger lads in this TNS team. Somebody down off the ball, whether the referee will blow up or not. He doesn't. Great ball in. Clark tries to get in front of the defender. Hovland. Thibault hooks it away.
As you get this team, Mark, they conceded 2 late goals last weekend after we winning 2-0.
Substitutions coming on. Mamadou Sonko and Thomas Toland. Trevchevsky, the centre forward, comes off.
He's a quiet game.
He has had a quiet game this evening. Yeah, you maybe have expected a little bit more. Getting a round of applause from his supporters though. Toland comes on for Trevchevsky. Will he play as centre forward? Be interesting to see. Sana comes off, the left winger. Tobias Sana comes off for Mamadou Sonko. Williams gets a header.
Certainly had a few opportunities in the second half to register a goal.
Clark looking for the left wing. Daniels again being thwarted by Fredriksson, who's showing his class at right back. So with all their efforts so far in the second period, I mean, they are maybe worth an equaliser.
Well, definitely created some good opportunities, you know, Pask and Clark.
Sadiq may be looking for a brace. Great defending from Pask. Pask's done well. 2 full-backs on the evening for me have done well. Pask and Clark. Leo Smith. Again, Daniels with the ball at his feet. Comes back inside this time. Smith. Clark. Good feet from Clark, but again he had the chance to get the shot off. Can you see this game not having another goal in it, Tom?
Probably. I can only see TNS scoring, to be honest, because I think Häcken have just sat back and said, yeah, we're happy with what we've got. And
Williams tries to drive through. Makes the defender, but it doesn't pay off. Lund passes it down the line.
Like I was saying, the players' attitude, I think, how Häcken is, we just got this game wrapped up.
Holden could be making his competitive debut for TNS. Rory Holden.
He came on it last week.
At Park Hall then, yeah. Will he play as out-and-out winger, Tom, do you think?
It'll be interesting to see who departs.
Could be Daniels for me.
Unless he brings Brobble off and puts Williams down the middle.
Yeah, Brobel's done it. Put a great shift in Brobel. The second period, a great ball, class ball. Lund accepts. Jordan Williams on the edge of the box. Cleared by Ben Clark. Mamadou Sonko got his first touch in on the edge of the box. Holden it is. Who will come on? It's Ben Clark. Didn't expect it to be Clark. Clark was quite in the game, but he's just come back from injury after a long spell. So Rory Holden comes on for Ben Clark. Roberts. Astles will have to be careful, be impressed in there. Does a good job there, Astles. And lucky for Brobel, then he couldn't get the flick. Daniels had gone in behind. Marriott, the rain still lashing at Park Hall, but TNS with a much improved performance in the second period. Surely worthy maybe an equaliser in the next 25 minutes.
Yeah, certainly done really
Daniels
well in the second half, Mark. Definitely deserve a goal at least.
And what sort of a point would that be, Tom?
That'd be a brilliant point to Holden there. Just his first touch let him down there.
Pass again, makes a chance. Sonko drives inside, tries to get the shot off. Leo Smith tries to make the tackle. Swedish fans seem to be enjoying themselves down in the corner now. They know the tie is over. The team would start to get back on the ball again. Thibault. Gets it back inside to Mikael Roygaard. Ex-Charlton Athletic player. Scored last week in the 3-1 victory in Gothenburg. Great ball. Is it in behind or not? Again, full-back has been the best player on the evening for me, the right-back.
Yeah, decent defender. Haven't seen him get forward as much this evening.
I just think he's, like you said, Tom, they've been given jobs and he's just done the job and nobody's gone round him all evening. And that is why most probably he's currently got 7 caps for Iceland. Smith. Well, 67 minutes on the clock. You know, we have to be brutally honest here. At half-time, there was talks around tables that will it be 3, will it be 4? Will TNS just stay in and try and look after, keep it like it is? They've come out with more enterprise and they put on a spirited performance so far in the second period.
Yeah, certainly, you know, pressed high, and that's, you know, paid dividends.
Yeah, and it means a lot, Tom. It means a lot to the professionals like Craig Harrison. It means a lot to the players who've represented this club over the years. Obviously, it'll mean a lot to Mike Harris as well. If they were to come away from here with a draw, which is within their grasp at the moment, on the evening.
Yeah, it certainly is. Especially on the balance of play in the second period. I'd like to see the possession statistics. I'm sure he's definitely in the home team's favour, that's for sure.
Just doubling up here on the left-hand side. Tolan gets it off to the full-back. When you are 4-1 ahead, like you said, and you're going to have a big game next week or the week after, don't really go through your paces, but you just keep doing what you've got to do professionally, and they're doing that. They're getting the ball down now again. They're starting to pass it well. Most probably had a word from the sidelines from their experienced manager to say we have to up the tempo a little bit.
Yeah, certainly they came strong in the last 10-15 minutes of the tie last weekend.
You can hear their crowd now, Tom. You know, there's rounds of applause for their team. Samuel Gustafsson still down the middle, controlling matters. Full-back seeing plenty of action since coming on as well. Son Go. Thibault. Just teeing up every time, just looking for that gap to get it in. Lund gets it across. Great 1-2. Lund with a third one. Great cut out by Astles. Good defending. Good strength shown in defence there by Leo Smith. He's pressed down in the corner. But both sides of their game at the moment, TNS, vastly improved. Defending well and looking after the ball a lot better in the second period. Lund. Could they have kept that sort of pressure up, Tom, for the full 45 minutes against a side as good as this? Or do you just think this second half is going to be played in spells of going for it and then sitting in for 5 or 10 minutes?
I think the important thing, you know, for viewers to know that is this is the New Saints' only second competitive game of the season.
Yeah, of course.
And we're talking about number 18 for the away side.
Yeah, and it does count. Pre-season is pre-season, mid-season is mid-season, and you're always better, you're fitter in mid-season. Roygaard gets it off.
If you notice with Häcken, no cross goes in if there's nothing on. They just build up nice and patient, try to get in behind before whipping the ball across the 6-yard box. Yeah,
and this man again is at the hub of everything. Gustafsson shot off. Sadiq fancies a brace. He got one last week, one in the first half. This evening, again, shooting on target. Been very, very impressed by the work rate of Ryan Brobel, Jordan Williams, Josh Daniels and the like.
Well, you wouldn't expect any less, let's be honest, Mark, would you? You know, at this level, you know, you've got to be putting a really good shift in. They did that away from home, you know, to save the tie, to be honest, because the tide was definitely against them early on in that game, but the players really dug in.
Yeah, absolutely, Tom. So that's 2 weeks running. Yeah, they were right up against it. 3-1 behind in the first period last week, and everybody was talking 4s and 5s. Again this evening, they go a goal down very early on, and the warning signs were there. But at present, they're digging in and doing well. Royland tries to get through, gets a shot off, just over the top. Great skill from Mikael Roygaard.
He's a top quality player.
Yeah, he is a top quality player.
Got a goal in the first tie. Nearly added to it there. Just whipped it over the crossbar. Lovely feet. Dancing through the defence there. Ooh, maybe Robert's got a slight touch to that.
Baker comes on. Ash Baker comes on. Ash Baker comes on for Josh Pask, and Chizelvich comes on for Daniels. May not be Pask, in fact, it might be Jordan Williams has gone off. So the tempo of that spirited 25 first minutes of the second period just seemed to stem now, as the Swedish champions once again put their stamp on the game, taking their time. Once again becomes almost practice tempo. Holden is pushed up in a tense spot, and TNS have just definitely dropped off. Oh, great ball, chance. Substitute goes through. Last-ditch tackle. Great last-ditch tackle from the big man. Astles puts the substitute off. He was odds on to get the second goal there, Mamadou Sonko. But I think that last-ditch tackle from Astles puts him off of it.
Yeah, certainly.
Good effort from the big defender.
Yeah, good challenge. Just did enough to put off the striker.
Great ball from Williams. That's sprightly bit of passing from the back to front. Holden. Chizovic, can he stamp a bit of his magic on the game? Chance here. Big chance for Baker. Oh, chance for the equaliser from the substitute who's just come on. And that was a gilt-edged chance.
Yeah, didn't have too many options there, really. Keeper done well. Stayed big, the keeper.
Great football to get the chance, Tom.
Abrahamson, yeah, just a great run inside the full back there. Maybe could have put the ball to Brobble there, but good save by the keeper.
Draw would be a massive result here. 15 minutes to go in the game, and they're still present to get something out of it. Keeper comes. It's knocked back in, hooked away. Yeah, Danny Williams has been brilliant in the second period. Back to Roberts. Marriott goes back to Connor Roberts again. I'll tell you what, Tom, this sort of weather is not the greatest. Get your money on the draw in the test match this week.
I'm freezing, Mark. Where's the undersoil heat in here?
Well, don't forget your blanket next week.
Okay, ball coat.
Marriott. Astles. 76 minutes on the clock. Champions League qualifier. TNS 0. BK Häcken of Sweden 1. Second leg tie. 3-1 ahead in the first leg. Game over as a contest. But as a challenge in the second half, TNS have stood up well. And for me,
they've definitely been the better side in the second period.
Yeah, and may well deserve a point in the second half. Danny Davis, I think, has gone to left back, while Baker's gone to right back. Davis will just keep getting forward. Davis, for me, has been tremendous over the two legs. Williams. Holden. One thing may be pointed out here, Tom, to maybe to TNS, to Craig Harrison. And, oh, what a ball. Oh, what a goal that would have been. Brilliant ball in from Holden. Baker fires himself up the top again and is really unlucky with that touch.
Certainly was.
Great effort.
That's brilliant vision there. Brilliant run behind the defender. Just
so unlucky.
Yeah, just gets a bit too much on it, Mark. He just needed a small deflection. Instead, he gets a full volley to it and just hooks it over the bar. For Holden, that is a quality ball, that is. Right in between the defenders.
If we're talking, like you said, about they cover every position, TNS. They may be short of a centre half and still may be short of a centre forward deputy, Tom. Because once Declan McManus is off the pitch, who in their squad apart from young Gwion David is going to fill his boots?
Well, Brobble, you'll be shouting his praise this evening. He's done quite well. And I mean, let's be honest, they've got plenty of players who can score goals here.
Yeah, but you know and I know, Tom, you're not a winger. Brobble's a winger. You were a centre forward and Brobble's not a centre forward.
Yeah, but
he couldn't play a complete season as centre forward.
Well, I think what players come in here, they're good footballers, aren't they?
Great ball again. Keeper did well. Holden is guiding the ball around really well in the centre of midfield since coming on.
Yeah, drift. Yeah, keeper there. Made a bit too much of that, I think. yeah, going back to, you know, this, for me, good players can play anywhere. Ash Baker's come on at left back and he scored 2 goals. Should have scored 1, definitely. So, you know, good footballers can play anywhere. And yeah, over the season, yes. But whether, you know, McManus will be out for a few weeks or will be fit next Tuesday, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, let's hope he's fit.
But he's obviously been a big miss this evening because, you know, a few balls, especially in the second half, have come across the box.
Sadiq, the goal scorer, will be leaving the field. Scored a goal early last week in the first leg. He scored another volley this evening. He's done his job. Sadiq comes off a happy man. His 2 goals are massive in Häcken's victories. Just the slightest of touches off Danny Davis, but I think we have to award it to Sadiq.
Yeah.
Kamara comes on.
10-minute cameo for him.
I'm sure they'll have a fine stay this evening in Oswestry. I couldn't see him going back this evening, Tom, no.
Not too sure what the arrangements are. But they'll go back.
I really hope TNS hold out now this evening. They don't deserve a 2-0 defeat on the evening for their second half performance. They've been game. And, oh, great stuff. He went through the first 2 like they wasn't there. Left them for dead. Just bluffed his lines with a shot.
That was the difficult bit. The easy bit was skipping past a couple of defenders there who sold themselves, to be honest.
He's going to be disappointed with that as well, Tom. When you leave 2 fellas for dead like that and you deliver a shot like that.
You've got to be testing the keeper from there, haven't you?
I like the look of Rory Holden, definitely in midfield. He looks to like he's got a wand of a left foot. Astles gets it wide. Danny Davis. Wide again. Brobble. Williams gets it up to Brobble. Brobble tries to skip round his man. Break could be on this time. Can never be happy in defeat, Tom, but I think Craig Harrison could take a lot from this game in pluses.
Yeah, I'm sure the players as well will have learned a lot from last week.
Delivers again. Cross didn't go in. It's got to go in when you got. I keep telling you, you as an ex-centre forward, if the right back gets that far and there's 4 in the box, it has to go in. Chance here. Baker will have to stand up. Across. Wide of the target. Just wide of the target. The flag went up eventually from the assistant on the far side. But the break was on.
Yeah, certainly. Excellent counter-attack there by Häcken. Ball comes across there. Well, that was close.
Wow. Very close. VAR may well have been called into action there.
It was a very marginal decision, that was.
I'm really pleased they played on there with Williams being down.
Yeah, which you can't blame them. Carrying on.
You don't want Williams getting injured. Yeah, just caught late there, definitely. Not the greatest of tackles by TNS have used their substitutes as well already, so let's hope he stays on.
The clock is running down very quickly now, Mark. 83 minutes disappeared, and looks like Williams' evening's over.
Well, Harrison's asking about the tackle again. Craig Harrison, he's that sort of manager who looks after his players really well, always asking questions if his players are hurt by other people. Marriott. Baker. Oh, Baker almost scores a brace and always gives one away. Davis fires it long. Daniel trying to close the goalkeeper down. Oh,
just unlucky there.
that was the first loud shout from down below us from the Swedish manager, and it looks like Danny Williams would have, I think it's an ankle injury by the look of it.
Looks as if his evening's over there. Really unfortunate. Down to 10 men.
Yeah, really unfortunate. Champions League encountered against the top class Swedish champions, and you're playing the last 7 or 8 minutes with 10 men. I think you definitely take the 1-0 now, Tom.
Yeah, really disappointed that for Williams coming on, and obviously he'd learned a lot from last week's game, taking it all on board, and much improved performance from the youngster.
Yeah, as soon as they go down to 10 men again, then the back 3 or the back 4 of Häcken will just play around at the back, see time out, nobody there to press it like they were. Hovland to go inside. Yeah, this just wraps up the smart 2-leg tie for the Swedish champions. 3-1 victory in Gothenburg. Looks like a 1-0 victory in Oswestry. I'm sure their manager and the directors and their players would have expected it. They spoke before the replay that they expected more in the first leg. So for me, TNS may have earned a lot of respect over the 2 legs.
Yeah, stood up to the test really well. You know, no disgrace losing by a couple of goals out there.
Has to be closed down on the edge. He can't set it up that many times. Gets the pass in. Davis just puts the substitute off. The shout from Craig Harrison is take your time on the throw, I think. Danny Davis goes down in the corner.
To be fair, last week, you know, obviously TNS run out of steam definitely in the last 10 minutes. They were just, well, I don't know, they kept going, to be honest. They put a really great shift in. And this evening they seem a lot more comfortable, don't they? Physically, more than match their opponents.
Definitely. On the edge. Second shot across, just wide of the target. It was Thomas Toland, the substitute, got the shot off. He was expected to get that on target from the edge of the box. He looks to the skies. Stays at 1-0. 86 minutes on the clock. Smith. Chancy play. You've watched the 2 ties, obviously, Tom, and you've worked the 2 ties. We've all watched it, you know. You play it of the 2 games from TNS, if you wouldn't mind.
Good question, actually. It's a difficult one, that, actually.
Yeah.
I think Leo Smith's, you know, put a good shift in both ties, to be honest. I mean, it's been hard defensively for the New Saints. You know, Danny Davis as well, when he switched, you know, to left back, he did a really good job, and Sadiq. So yeah, those 2 players probably stand out for me.
Yeah, for me, I wouldn't be disagreeing with you on that one either. Connor Roberts, of course, was
new season, new you.
No, definitely. Just I thought I'd agree with you. Connor Roberts has to be remembered, I think, for his second half performance in Gothenburg, for keeping it at 3-1. So I think he comes out of it with a great amount of credit.
Yeah, and tonight I think the whole, you know, 14 players have taken part. You know, put a really good shift in as well. Yeah,
and perhaps the manager as well. We have to have a mention for the manager, Craig Harrison. Tom, you can't hide from it. When you're a manager and you're getting beat, and there's people in the crowd that are around saying this is going to be a walkover, you know, they're not in their league, to go through the 2 legs, get beat by 2 in the first and 1 in the second, it's a great performance. I think they get you know, excited about and say we're going to win this and we're going to win that. It's just a real great effort from the TNS players.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you there. Fuck off! Oldham having to work with the referee there with a bit of a harsh free kick against Brobel there.
Put a great shift in Brobel. 90 minutes from Ryan Brobel. I think it's a long time since we've seen that. Just the tempo's definitely dropped now the last couple of minutes, and it'll be important to the likes of Craig Harrison, Mike Harrison company, to keep this down to 1-0. Get a bit of credit from the game. Must be a bad injury, by the way, Tom. That was Dan Williams to go off. You don't often go down to 10 men.
Yeah, he certainly jarred his ankle there, didn't he, in that collision. I think Häcken have just settled for a 1-0 win as well, if you ask me, Mark. They're just going through the motions here.
Yeah, but after having watched them over the two, we've got to congratulate them. BK Häcken. They've impressed a lot of people. Spoke to a lot of people this week, and everybody thought they were an excellent team. They've done it again. They've done what they've had to in the second leg, and they're very worthy Swedish champions and winners over the two legs. Astles has done well this evening. He's got a couple of last-ditch tackles in as well, the big man, especially in the second 45 minutes. All Harrison needs now is the clock. 2 added minutes. Chance on the far post, pulled back. Chance. They got the second. The 10 men counted in the end. I think it's Sonko gets a goal. Mamadou Sonko gets the second goal in the 90th minute.
Yeah, again, I think it just shows really that goal, the style of play Häcken play to. Don't knock the ball in for nothing. Great cross to the far post. Good save. Ball comes back out and it's popped in. So, you know, deserved victory for them, but
yeah, it makes the aggregate score 5-1.
Yeah, see Ash Baker there. He drops off there. So he plays.
Great finish in the end. Tired bodies all around him, but you've got to give the substitute again. You've got to give credit where credit's due. Good first touch, back of the net, 2-0, home and dry. Swedish champions, 5-1 winners over the two legs. Spirited effort, as we said, from TNS, but class told in the end.
Yeah, quality. And a very patient team when they're in possession. Don't waste too many balls. Fans are more than happy with it.
The manager finally breaks into a smile. They will go on in the Champions League. The referee, I'm sure, will end the game. The referee's done really well this evening, Tom.
Yes, it hasn't been too difficult, nothing hard to do for him this evening.
Marriott. I'm sure they'll be deflated, but they've got to look on the positives and how they've competed and look forward to their next tie in a week's time or 2 weeks' time. TNS, the final score from Park Hall. TNS won over the two legs. Häcken 5. BK Häcken of Sweden go into the second round of the Champions League. Congratulations to the Swedish team and their set of fans. Commiserations to TNS. Look forward to seeing Haverford West now on Thursday evening from the Cardiff City Stadium. Follow us on S4C online. Thank you very much for watching this evening. Thanks to Tommy Morgan, and look forward to seeing you on Thursday at the Cardiff City Stadium.
Craig, tonight was always going to be a big challenge, but what did you make of the game?
Yeah, look, it played out how we thought it was going to play out. You know, they're a very good team. You know, you look at it, and as good as they are, they scored deflection, you know, early on in the game, and then it's really, you know, it's really tough. It's an uphill battle anyway, and it was an even tougher uphill battle. You know, I thought we acquitted ourselves very, very well. The players stuck in, and we had some opportunities second half to score. You know, and you know, but they're a very good team. So you know, I can't be disappointed in the effort and that all the players give.
Yeah, that second half, you certainly made your presence felt, didn't you? How much confidence will that give you going ahead to next week as more European football awaits?
Yeah, there is, and that was important. Yeah, it was important either way. It's important for our confidence, important for our momentum. was important for fitness to make sure we made a real fist of it the second half, and I think we're very, very unfortunate for them to score at the end there. We'd obviously made all our substitutes and played the last 10 minutes with 10 men. It was hard enough with 11 men. So, yeah, unfortunately, the downside is we had a couple of injuries tonight as well. So, we'll have to lick our wounds and look back and now put that to one side and prepare for next Tuesday.
Craig, diolch yn fawr. Thank you.
Diolch fawr iawn I Craig Harrison, Emlyn yn ôl gyda fi. Byddwn ni hynny gyd 5-1 dros y ddwy gêm, mae'n teimlo'n deg o ran y gwaniad. Ond beth am yr ail hanner na? Dar Seintiau, faint o help fydd hynny?
Do, nath Nick gofyn rhaid y diwedd, a ddim positif. Dwi'n meddwl bod e'n digon positif i'r Seintiau newydd. Colli 5-1 dros y gêm cyfan, ond nath yn dda iawn yr ail hanner, nath nhw creu problemau. Nath nhw'n gwneud y gol geidwad defnyddio I ddwylo am y tro cyntaf, so oedd hynny'n positif. Ond yn ffodus, y cyfleoedd yn mynd at Baker, at Pasg, at Danny Davies, a dyna'r broblem. Dim McManus ar y pitch, gath bobl ddim wedi cyffyrddiad yn y bocs, so oedd hynny'n broblem, ond heblaw, hynny'n positif iawn, nath nhw'n chwarae dda iawn, dwi'n credu. Ond oedd obviously safon Häcken wedi dangos yn y diwedd.
Diddorol gol Holden hefyd, bydd e'n lon llaw tymor yma o bosib. Dewch I ni weld y gol, nath orffen y cyfan felly a lawr I 10 dyn. God, o'n amlwg, yn heiddi hon efo'n diwedd.
Oedd e'n anodd efo'n diwedd, Danny Williams yn y bant o'r cae, a wedyn fwy o le yn ganol y cae, a wedyn mae hynny'n achosi'r croesiad, a dyllu weld y Seintiau newydd. Nath o trial agor a chwarae teg, a wedyn safon yn ddangos. Ond I fod yn positif, nath y Seintiau 4-5 cyfle gwahanol, a mae hynny'n bwysig hefyd, a gobeithio ymlaen yn y Cyngres Ewrop yn yr wythnos ei ddod. So mae'n positif I Seintiau newydd, a fel nath Craig Harrison sôn, yn yr ail hanner, nath dangos rhywbeth gwahanol, a ydy hynna'r system a'r techneg maen nhw'n mynd I ddefnyddio yn y wythnos I fynd, dwi'n yn siŵr, a mae'n positif.
Byddwn ni'n gwybod yn ysfori gyda llaw pwy fydden nhw'n chwarae yng Nghyngres Ewropa. Hesperange o Luxembourg neu Slavan Bratislava o Slovacia. Mae'n 1-1 yn y gêm gyntaf rhwng y ddau dîm yna. Bydden nhw'n chwarae'r tîm sy'n colli yn y bôn. Felly, mae yna fwy I ddod falle yn Ewrop tymor yma?
Fwy I ddod, gobeithio fwy o goliau, a gobeithio fydd wneud Seintiau curo'r gêm. A dyn mae'n bwysig gyda ni fel clwbiau yn Gymru I wneud siŵr bod Seintiau yn neud yn dda a fel bob clwb arall. So, dwi'n gobeithio bod yn neud ar ôl yr ail hanner. Fi'n credu dyn ni'n edrych ymlaen am y gêm nesaf a gobeithio fe gallen nhw mynd trwyddo.